Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Before I start today's tutorial, I want to tell you that I'm really sorry about the last month and a half, 2 months when I've not been uploading at all. Or I think I uploaded one video in all this time since since September, and I'm really sorry about it. And that has been because I had exams and I had to study, and I'm really sorry I have not had time, but I am back home. I don't know, you probably can't tell because I've never filmed in this room before, but I am back home. I'm not in the hostel anymore, and in order to sort of compensate or whatever, I am going to be, well, I can't promise, but I will try and upload 2 videos a week all of December and hopefully a little bit through January, and which is when I go back. So on that front, let's get started with today's tutorial. As you have probably noticed, I'm not wearing any makeup. That is because today I am going to be attempting for the nth time, I think. I'm going to try and sort of, have a chatty tutorial. I would use my products, tell you all about them, what I feel, and basically just have an everyday what I do when I actually get ready. I kind of, I think about my makeup, what I'm wearing, etc. So I'm just going to be talking about it all out loud. Today I'm going to be filming my comfortable everyday daytime makeup routine, an updated one, and this one is kind of specific to the winter. It's going to be slightly frosty on the eyes and easy on the lips, and it's just going to be really nice, really wearable, and I hope you all love it. So let's just get on with the video. So the one thing that does not change through summer, winter, any season is that I am using a primer. This is the E.L.F. face primer, E.L.F. mineral face primer. And I'm just going to take one generous pump at the back of my hand, maybe 1.5. Warm it up between my fingers and apply. This primer doesn't really do much for prolonging the stay of my makeup. It doesn't make it last any longer than it normally would. But what it does do for me is that it smoothens my skin out and it sort of blurs the pores a little bit. Doesn't do much again for the bumps, like for the pimples, but for the pores and the scars, it sort of smoothens them out, fills in the craters and the lines, and makes the foundation application easier and kind of smoother. Okay, so this is my primer all done. Next, moving into some foundation. So I'm going for a daytime kind of look and something easy. I'm going to be using a BB cream, and this is going to be my one, the only, my favorite BB cream. It is the Pond's BB cream. Now, one of the things that I absolutely hate about this is that it only comes in one color, and I know a lot of my friends who are slightly darker skinned than I am have struggled quite a bit with this, because it's not their shade. It does oxidize a little bit, but you have to be on the on the fairer side of the scale. And while this works for me personally, it doesn't work for a lot of people. So if you are if you're a couple of shades darker than me, that might work, but if you're significantly darker than I am, then this might not work for you. But in any case, it works for me and it's a nice consistency for me. I would suggest you go for any BB cream. The Maybelline one is nice. I don't like the Lakme CC cream very much because it's sort of drying. Like, even though I have very oily skin, it's still kind of annoying and stretchy and drying on me. So I would suggest you don't use, especially those who have drier skin. Do not. It's bad. In any case, I'm taking this on my Real Techniques Expert face brush, and I'm just going to be applying it all over my face. And I kind of, I used to, but I don't anymore. I don't, I just sort of, press it into my skin. I don't use this brush to go in circles or do this. I don't rub the brush on my face a lot. Some spots I do where things need to be blended a little bit extra, but I don't. Otherwise, I just sort of press it into my skin and it sort of melts into my skin. All foundations melt into my skin thanks to this wonderful brush. I'm looking that side because that's where my mirror is. And see, over here I like to blend because somehow this part of my face is a little wonky. I have a weird face. Today I'm starting off with my face because I actually am getting ready to go out, and when I'm not filming I tend to not do the eyes first. I always end up doing my face first. There's no reason behind it, and actually when you think about it, it is more logical to do the eyes before the rest of the face, as it kind of, if there's any fallout from the eyeshadow or whatever, you don't want it ruining your foundation and your concealer and all that. But somehow, probably because see, today the eyeshadow that I'm going to be using is a very light one, and it's kind of really silky and it's got a wettish consistency, and I kind of love that about it because there is very minimal fallout. It's from a palette, and that's not true for all the shades, but this particular one is rather minimal with the fallout. So there, all the foundation is on my face. I am going to let it sit there for a minute and I'm going to move on to the eyes. I'm going in with my MAC Paintpot in Painterly, as always, because I love it. I'm using my fingers for this. I always end up using my fingers for this because this works best with my fingers. I have tried it with a flat shader brush, but it's somehow just not as satisfactory. Boy, you have no idea how good it is to be filming again. I have missed this to the point where I've thought, I don't know why I'm in college. I don't know why I'm going for a master's. It's not fun. I want to film. Can't I make this my career? Next, I'm going in with my trusty Essential Mattes palette. And I'm using a combination of these two shades in my crease. Now, believe it or not, guys, I have been stupid enough to not notice that the camera was not recording, and I didn't do too much. Okay, thankfully I didn't do too much while the camera was not recording. I just put a little bit of matte brown in the crease of my eyes, and now I'm going in with my sleek Eye Divine eyeshadow palette. This is the one that is called Original 594. It is absolutely stunning. I have two Sleek Eye Divine palettes, and I have a review waiting to go up. I think it'll be the one that goes up straight after this one. I'm not sure, but a little sneak peek. Just look at this beauty. Look at the color selection. Anyways, so I'm going in with this pinky shade, and this one is called London Eye. I'm going in with the same brush that I used for my crease, and this is like a tapered brush. And I'm going in with this shade. Now, the amazing thing about this shade is that it's slightly like, it's got a wettish consistency, which guarantees that there will be as minimal fallout as possible. I'll just show you. After applying, it doesn't come off as pink as it looks in the pan. As you can see here, I don't know if the camera is picking it up, I hope it is. This is more of a frosted sort of golden color. It is not as much pink as it is kind of like gold with pink tints in it, and it's absolutely stunning. This shade is very fast becoming my go-to most favorite eyeshadow that I own, because this color is just so beautiful. God, look at that. Yeah. Do you see that? Isn't it absolutely stunning? So I think for my upper eyelid, for my eyelid. I think this is all that I'm going to be doing because I want to keep this nice and, you know, wearable during the day. What I will do is I'm going to go back in with my Essential Mattes palette, back into those two same shades that I use for my crease, and I'm going to dust them slightly on my outer V so that it sort of comes together a little bit, and that is it, so that the look looks complete. And I'm not smoking it out, I'm just taking it slightly in the outer V on both sides. You probably won't even be able to tell on the camera, can you tell? But I believe that this sort of comes together. And this, one of the most amazing things about this makeup look is that a lot of blending is not necessary. A little bit is. I am going to take my blender brush and blend the area between the crease and the, but it blends so easily. It's just like whoop 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 and done. And here as well, this is just so easy. It's like, you know, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and it's done. And it is seamless and it is beautiful, and a lot of color doesn't go. It still is very natural. So I almost forgot that I still have to do my inner corner, and for that I think I want to go in with my Maybelline Diamond Glow Quad. Diamond Glow Quad? What? Diamond Glow Quad. And I'm going to take this biggest, lightest, brightest shade. Is it picking it up? This one. This one. Yay. And I'm going to take this on a small pencil brush, such as this, and just apply it on my inner corner. These eyeshadows by Maybelline are so soft. They're amazing. I love this. Okay, so now that my inner corner is done, and let's just blend it just a little bit. Okay, now that it is done, I'm going to put my eyes away for a little while, and I'll go to a little bit of concealing. So now again, because this is my everyday look, I don't want a very bright concealer under my eyes. I just want a little bit of fallout to go away or whatever, and I want to hide some of my blemishes. So I'm going in with my Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse. Is it? Yeah, there it is. Dream Matte Mousse. I have it in the shade Light Nude, and I'm just going to take some on my finger. Just sort of press my finger into this. And you have to make sure that your fingers are clean before you do this. And I'm just going to be applying it under my eyes to take care of any pigmentation. Now this is going to be a very natural sort of, this thing is not going to be very brightening or extremely concealing. It will just take care of some of the pigmentation. It will make you look a little more awake. But that's it. And it makes it so easy because this is a mousse consistency, and it's just easy. In any case, so then I'm going to go and cover up some of my bumps and bruises all around my nose, on top of my nose, because my nose tends to get very red. And I have some here. Can you see these? I'm not doing a great job at concealing them because then it'll kind of end up looking really cakey. But I'm just lightly dusting, not dusting, but lightly patting some of this concealer. Not concealer, foundation. What is wrong with me today, guys? I don't know. Okay, so my concealing is done. Now let's move on to a tiny little bit of highlighting. And I'm not going to highlight too much, just the tiniest bit. Now what highlighter do I want? I think so for my highlighter and for my blush today, I am going in with what is still one of my most favorite things in the whole world, and that is my Makeup Revolution Blushing Hearts Triple Baked Blusher. And that's because I want something, I don't want something so matte on my skin today, because you know it's winter, things are dry. I want a little bit of glow coming from within. And so I'm going in with this because this is like nice and shimmery. I don't know if you can tell, but it's nice and shimmery. And at the same time, it's a blush. So I'm just going to swirl my brush in all of this. Tap off the excess. Oh, there is no excess. Haha. Anyway, and smile and make my favorite little 8. As you can see, I like to make it 8. And I learned this trick from Wayne Goss, his channel. I think that's his name. I'm not sure. But so he says that to know where to blush, just put 2 fingers. Apologize for my nails. Just to put 2 fingers on the side of your nose, and this is how much gap you need, so you can apply blush to the rest of your face. And I want to try out this technique. I'm trying this out for the first time, and I love this blush. This just never gets too much. In fact, it gets a little too little sometimes. There it is. And there's my little bit of blush. On the other side now, again, take two finger gap. And this gives me just the right amount of highlight for an everyday. Of course, if I want to go out at night, I need a little bit more. Perfect. Oh, I like this technique. I love this technique. I love how it's placed the blush on my cheek. Yay. I like it. So now that my blush is done, I am going to move on to the rest of my face. I am going in and I'm doing just very, 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 very light contouring. Like you can't even tell. I'm just putting a little bit of color down my cheekbone. This is the brush that I'm using. This has no product on it yet. And I'm just going to put just a little bit of product here. Just a little bit here, down my jawline, side of my nose, forehead. Just so that I look a little bit, put together. And for that, I'm using my E.L.F contouring blush and highlight kit, blush and bronzing kit. I have it in the shade Saint Lucia, and I'm just going in through to this side. And I'm taking, this kicks up a lot of powder. So I'm going to take some on my brush. And I think this side is done. Just very, very lightly. This gives you a very natural sort of and that is it for my cheeks. A little bit on the jawline here as well. Oh look, my earrings going whoop 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 whoop. Anyway, a little bit here, a little bit on my forehead, just a tiny tad. See, I have a very small forehead if you can't tell, and it's like a weirdly shaped forehead. So I don't need any contouring here. I do need some here. And yeah. And then I'm going to pinch my brush and contour my nose ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Like it doesn't get any slighter than this. I'm going in first with my Essential Mattes palette. Again, the same 2 colors. I don't know if you can tell, but I love these 2 colors most because they're the most useful. I'm just sort of poop 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 together on an angled brush, and I'm going to line my lower lash line with this, just from the edge connected to the upper, the eyelid, and just from the edge to the center, not too far, because this is a nice brown color and I don't want it to completely line. I'm just trying to make it look pretty. My brow bone needs a little highlighting, and today I'm going to highlight it with matte colors. Going back into my Essential Mattes palette. Maybe this pink one. I'm going through this third shade. This is, you can't tell, but it's slightly pinky, and it's a nice natural color, and it does the most natural highlighting humanly possible. It's like it's not even there, but it just puts a little bit of pigment, and done. Then I'm going in and I'm going to tightline. I am using my Plum Nature Studio All Day Wear Kohl Kajal, and I'm going to use this to tightline my upper lash line first. Nothing dramatic, nothing dramatic. I'm not going in with an eyeliner today. This is all that I'm doing. No winged eyeliner, no eyeliner at all actually. Just a tight line to make my eyes look like I have longer, denser lashes than I actually do. For my lower waterline, I'm going in first with the Deborah Milano White Kajal. Is it picking up here? There, Deborah Milano White Kajal. And I'm going to apply it to my lower waterline. Normally I used to just use my, as you might remember, I used to just use my Maybelline Kohl Kajal, the Color Show one, in Nude. But I find that if I apply this before, that just sort of pops a little bit extra because the white one acts as a beautiful base. So I've taken to doing that now. I applied one little layer of this, and then I'm going to apply one little layer of that. And it's just going to pop just a little bit extra. This is going to be such a long video. God. Hopefully I'll be able to trim some parts of it out. Anyway, so this is done. And now the only thing left to do is apply a little bit of mascara and a little bit of lipstick. For my mascara today, I'm using the Origin Wear Jumbo Lash Mascara, and I'm using this by itself because natural all the way today. Oh, this is drying up. I need a new one because this is drying up. For my lips today, I am using a lip liner. This is the Rimmel Exaggerate lip liner in the shade Eastend Snob. This is the one that is the most famous lip liner, most popular one, and I'm just going to line my lips very lightly. I'm not overdrawing my lips because I don't think I need to. I don't think I need my lips to be any bigger. I'm staying within the line. And then I'm going in with the L'Oreal Color Riche lipstick in the shade Cotton Pink. And done. So this is the finished look. My hair is going to stay in this weird pony thing because this is my most comfortable, my most favorite hairstyle for every day. And yeah, and my earrings are brand new. I got them as a gift yesterday from my brother. And yes, yeah, so this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this chit chat, talk through, let's talk about everything, let's spend the entire day doing your makeup kind of video. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, and if you want me to make more chit chat videos, over, you know, the ones that have a voiceover on them. Tell me which one you like better, and accordingly I will, you know, that is how I will plan my future videos. But till then, if you like this, then don't forget to give this makeup tutorial and my video and the talk through everything, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and subscribe if you have not already. I have all of my social media linked in the description box, and it will be in the end card at the end of this video. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and my email ID will be linked, so that if you want to, you know, send me, shoot me an email, tell me when you try out this makeup look if you like it, and if you have also tried it out, send me a selfie. If you have any requests, then you know, leave them in the description. No, don't leave them in the description box. Leave them in the comments section, and you know, video requests, tutorials for any event that might be coming up. I am already planning something for weddings, because the wedding season is here. So, yeah, so if you have any requests whatsoever, any tag requests, any you know, anything, then don't forget to leave it in the comments below, and I will be very happy to do it for you. And yeah, till then, stay tuned for my next one, and I will see you really soon. Bye.